Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Monday the 3rd of January 2022. Thanks for joining me. I want to use the Golden Girls Tarot again today. I used it the other day and then I saw in the news that Betty White had actually died, and I adored Betty White and the whole show, and I think they did something so fabulous and special. It was made in like the 80s, and I still sometimes watch the Golden Girls in the evenings, especially if I'm lying in bed and I can't sleep. It's just the best show, and it's so positive, and they really looked at kind of social issues in a way. Anyway, I don't want to start preaching and stuff, but they looked at things where they were way ahead of their time, you know, like gay people, and they didn't portray gay people as something freakish or outlandish. They represented them like kind of with respect and as people, which I really appreciated. So the Golden Girls show has always had a lot of LGBT, a huge fan base, and it's because they treated us right. Yeah, and they were funny and amazing. So all the best to Betty White. We're gonna miss you. And let's have a look at what the cards have to say about this day and what energy you'll be working with. So let's have a look. So first we have the moon. Then the 7 of Wands. And the 9 of Cups. There she is. Okay. That's Rose here. That's the character played by Betty White in the Golden Girls, in case you haven't seen it. And if you haven't seen it, you need to, please. It's on YouTube. They edit the video a little bit just because of copyright and stuff, but it's certainly watchable. So check them out if you've never seen them. They're hilarious. Okay, so the moon is a major arcana card that usually says the path appears to be long and winding and scary, and it puts you off. And the moon card is often a message that says, listen to your intuition, keep going, don't allow yourself to be frightened away. The 7 of Wands is similar. It's a card that says, keep pushing, even if things seem closed to you or inaccessible, or you're hearing no all the time, but you want a yes. You can see Sophia with a very determined look on her face there. It's very much about continuing to push ahead because you know what you want to be doing, and you're not going to take no for an answer. So whether it's scary or difficult or it seems daunting, the message is keep going. If you're getting a lot of pushback or you're getting into conflict because you want something and other people disagree, or something just isn't accessible to you and you refuse to accept that, keep pushing, because the 9 of Cups, you will get to a place of your hopes and dreams coming true, where you can sit down and have a piece of cheesecake in peace, and that's your reward for all this hard work. And if you work hard on this day, it will pay off. It will work in your favor, and you'll have a big smile on your face by the end of it. So the moon card is about listening to your intuition to guide you. So if things seem dangerous or daunting, or, oh, yikes, I'm out of my depth here, then it's about saying, okay, just take a breath, have a word with yourself. You're here because you felt you needed to be here. You're doing this for a particular reason. Just because it seems scary now doesn't mean you're off track. Keep going, work your way through it and see how it turns out before because you don't know what the outcome is going to be. It feels scary now, but stay with it and keep going. Don't run off and go into flight mode. And we've got Dorothy here sitting on a crescent moon. So she owns that moon. She's using it to strike a pose, and it's not making her anxious at all. She's even kind of playing with the little point of the crescent moon in a very coquettish kind of way. So fears are, you eat fears for breakfast, okay? They can't touch you. You're enlightened. You know who you are. You even wear the crescent moon as a necklace because you know these feelings so much, and you're able to turn fear into faith in yourself. You're able to say, doesn't matter if I'm not guaranteed to have the outcome I want. I feel that I'm on the right track. I feel guided. We've got the white dress here. So I don't need to be afraid. I know I'm working with the universe for my best possible outcome. So I'm just going to keep my head up high and keep going. This kind of looks like the intro to the DreamWorks films. You know, at the beginning of a movie, you have like Columbia Pictures or MGM or DreamWorks. I don't know if it's a production company or distribution company or whatever. But at the beginning of the films, you always have that little intro thing. And this one reminds me of that little boy in the moon. And it's kind of like being playful with something that seems inaccessible. So you don't need to take anxiety and things so seriously. What you ought to focus on is playing and having a great time, even if you do have moments of anxiety or fear. If you're in the middle of a divorce, and that process has been going on for years and years, and you decide that you want to throw a party for your friends, then that divorce is probably going to be something that plays on your mind every day. And despite those fears, you decide to throw the party, and at the party you may have a wonderful time, but there certainly will be moments where you think about the divorce like you do every other hour of the day, and you'll have a moment. But that shouldn't prevent you, this card is saying, from enjoying yourself, because nothing is perfect on this planet. There'll always be something to be worried about. If you're not worried, then you haven't got anything going on really, and even then you'll be worried. What if my health fails? You know, so there's always something. The Seven of Wands is about something that's important to you. It's Wands is fire, so this is something I want to be doing. So I want to dress up as a pirate and go out. And the world says, no, you can't. You're 80 years old. You're supposed to be sitting at home watching Days of Our Lives. You're not supposed to be going out. We don't accept this, as a stupid example, okay? So she says, no, I disagree. I'll do whatever I want, thank you. So get out of my way. If need be, I'm going to push your wands out of the way so I can clear a path and go where I want to go. So sometimes you have to stand up for yourself. And the other thing is, you know, if something seems scary, then often it can be an indicator that you really care about what you're doing. And if it doesn't work out, you'll be super disappointed, and you know that in some way. So it's scary. You don't want the disappointment to happen. So if you look at it that way, then it's a sign that you're on the right track, because otherwise you wouldn't care so much. So with all of that, keep pushing, put your foot down and say, I'm doing this, thank you. It's important to me. I don't need you to understand why I'm requesting a job transfer, or why I'm starting to paint, or why I've decided to transform the way I look. It's none of your business, you know? And if you're not going to support me and help me, then there's the door. Sorry, I'm getting triggered into my reaction. But sometimes people, you know, they only see you one way and they hold you back and they're like, we don't know this side of you. And it's like, well, that's because I can never show that side of me when I'm around you, because you're so oppressive. Ugh. So be yourself. Nine of Cups, we've got Rose just shining, eating her cheesecake. In the show, they always go in the kitchen and have cheesecake to feel better and to chat and stuff. And we've got these cups in the back. The Nine of Cups is about hopes and dreams being realized and having such a good time that you're able to generously give to others. So your work pays off, basically. You end the day feeling good about what you've achieved, the progress you've made in these areas, the fact that you overcame your own fears and you kept going, that you resolved some actual obstacles in your life, you got rid of them. Maybe certain people who've been against you, you've won them over, or it no longer is relevant what they think, or you have moved, or you've done the thing that you've been pursuing. Ultimately, if you stick with where you want to go, you'll have a fabulous outcome at the end. And other people then will be back on board, because they'll be like, oh, we didn't realize you could do this. We told you not to. You did it anyway. And oh, we're so happy for you, and great. That's another thing, you know, if you do something and no one supports you or has your back or anything, then those same people, they often don't see anything wrong in them coming back and saying, oh, isn't this great? Let us celebrate with you. It's like, do you remember when you told me that I'd lose everything if I did this? If I'd listened to you, I wouldn't be here. And now you're going to celebrate? So, you see, You never know what's going on for another person or what other people think is right or wrong. So don't let other people impose their opinions on you. Don't let them run your life. You know best, especially on this day. Hello? Okay. Number-wise, we've got... It's a very silly reading today, I'm sorry. But the Golden Girls deck is really fun and it's nice. And I think the tarot should be fun. We still got a message, but at least I was able to have a little chuckle along with it. Okay, so let me get the numbers right here. We've got 18 and 9 is 27. And then another 7 is 34. 3 and 4 is 7. That's like 777. 7 is good luck as far as I'm concerned. In numerology, 7 is the mind and creativity. So if you get creative with what you want, and then you actually push to get it, and you don't take no for an answer, you are going to have a lucky, positive experience. And it all stems from what you think is right for you. And then using all of your energy to make a push for it and to make sure you get it and not letting yourself be put off by anything or anyone. I hope you have a fabulous day. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. Excuse me, I just need to take a breath here. Go to gregoryscott.com, click on book your reading to order your reading with me. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, please hit subscribe and share the video online. I use astrology, the tarot and numerology in my personal readings. So if you would like answers to things that are just unclear to you at the moment, or if you want to see what's coming up in future, if you want to get to know yourself a little bit better and where your energy is best used, like what to channel your energies into, then we can have a look at that in a personal reading. So please do get in touch via the website, gregoryscott.com. Have a fabulous day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.